I promise that this will be one of my best videos to date. I'm going to share a vision with you. With you all, something that I believe should have been shared a long time ago. However, I believe that in today's video, I will unlock 25% of you. It seems to me that XRP is here to stay. I'll explain to you why we haven't yet reached double digits and why 2024 is looking to be a highly optimistic year for XRP as soon as possible. I'll be back for another episode, I promise. The information we will cover today will astound you beyond belief. You won't want to miss a second of this because of the way we deliver it from start to finish. Today, I tweeted about this. Since I'm so sick of these holders, I'm glad that XRP is taking its time to move. All of the ignorant paper hands in the XRP community can go somewhere else. I'm going back today, so don't bother whining if you know what you have and comprehend it. Disregard what I said, telling you not to worry, and offer you the larger the central bank's digital currency status is shown here for you folks to see. I noticed that there are a lot of pilot projects underway. Some of them serve as proof of concepts, and there is a lot of green research going on. However, the only project that is currently underway is in Nigeria, and that is the era that we will be entering. Ripple is also involved in this, so I'm not even sure where to start this episode. You don't want to miss spreading the word about this to everyone because it's so crucial. Therefore, nothing has debuted fully yet. They require faith since they lack the proper pillars. Anchor, it was yesterday that we discussed trust. Among them are ripples and anchors. I'll break everything down, but first, have a look at what I put up here to give you guys a general picture. Christine Lagarde just placed the cherry on top, which we'll get into shortly. As you all could see in a moment. This is the status map for CBDC. There are a lot of reds here, and as you may know, we talk about creating equal opportunities for all the economies because that's what they're attempting to do, link each economy so that they can all transfer value and money. They desire for everyone to be linked. The interoperability of their economies, particularly their payment and securities infrastructures, connects more than 200 countries. Financial institutions always play a crucial role in fostering international understanding, connecting these 200-plus countries' diverse economies, and ensuring that the payment system operates as intended. All the various company profiles, and take a look at this, the playing field isn't level. With the red ideas that appear on the map. Yes, there is an inactive system that is also compatible with other systems. Currently, and even if there is increased acceptance, consider this. Observe how some of us are employed while others are. What many fail to realize is that if the recipient bank is not using XRP, one nation won't use XRP to its full potential. Is that right? In the back, they're constructing a framework. Conclude this is an excellent illustration of why XRP's price hasn't moved yet. Since a bridge currency is intended for institutional adoption, and I only want to utilize a film to set the mood. By David Schwartz, this will broaden your understanding of the topics we discussed. And pay attention to what he has to say. You, folks, become kind of frozen out when this new stablecoin is introduced, or David Schwartz bombshell. They will use XRP. It's beneficial, in my opinion. One issue that individuals have is that holding digital assets can be challenging, especially given the volatility of some of them. Steady if you can trust the issuer, coins are safer to hold, therefore, to that extent, I think they can be useful. Consequently, you continue to require liquidity, so if you picture a JP Morgan dollar stable coin, you might also see other dollar coins from companies like Circle. All of these corporations appear to be issuing stablecoins, and then there are other currencies and stablecoins. As you won't be in the United, a dollar coin is not very stable in the United States. Liquidity is still required. Between those steady coins, and I believe it's crucial to keep that in mind as well. There are counterparties for these stablecoins. Therefore, a universal counterparty does not exist. Since there isn't a counterparty that anyone in the world can access equally, it must be under the jurisdiction of some authority and subject to certain regulations. If the goal is open participation in a stablecoin collateralized financial network, then players will undoubtedly exist, but liquidity between them will still need to be present. Furthermore, it is probably not going to be as efficient to imagine dozens of stablecoins and hundreds of marketplaces. As sort of going through some assets, that add up to the dollar. Does the dollar of today sort of aggregate demand for smaller currencies? XRP is filling that function, and you're claiming that its openness will work to its advantage. Due to the ease of moving into and out of yes, I believe that if you could envision having a hub in one nation and a hub in another, how would you settle? You need something in between those hubs. That is neutral. If you want an ecosystem with open participation, you need something that is kind of jurisdictional. You can't have things that are centralized under the authority of one party, as we can see with the US dollar losing its significance. Like the US dollar in the future, XRP is fulfilling that duty as the global monetary system is undergoing fast changes that could have an impact on the dollar's international standing. Many people are unaware of the impending developments in the blockchain industry. Listen carefully to David Cunningham of Citibank as he examines digital assets with a daily flow of trillions. We're Citi, every day. Trillions will flow, observing massive corporations operate on a scale never before seen in the blockchain. We need your skills and assistance to use this technological scale, which we haven't seen before, and those who can empower regular players in the financial market, such as the global system, and systematically important banks like ourselves to operate in this space. Additionally, I believe that there will be a significant adoption of the upcoming number. Years where this takes off in the regulated space as well, which is fantastic, but I believe the main problem with all of this is that, well, for me, every aspect of carrying out this in a controlled environment requires some time, effort, coordination, and a lot of work in terms of standards and standard setting. I can't wait to watch how this technology develops over the next few years to reach daily volumes and scales in the trillions. I'm rather interested to see how over the next few years, this technology will grow incredibly rapidly. Daily volume and scale of many trillions of tons, and returning to Nigeria, the only one to be launched is the CBDC. The introduction of CBDC Nigeria, look at this year, is this one. Here is the PDF. May 16, 2023, 1 year after listening to what they said here, is Nigeria's inertia. I won't go into details about ties with the IMF, Ripple XRP, and other things. I'll just say that it's happening behind the scenes. Here is a Ripple PDF that provides an overview of quicker payments into Nigeria. What do the odds indicate, and what are they? That 60% of Nigerians lack access to banking, a problem that Ripple is attempting to address. And a few of the primary ideas presented here truly stood out to me. Take a listen to this. Moving forward, the CBN should continue updating its operational framework for monetary policy to efficiently handle any funding and liquidity issues. Shocks brought on by the rise in Naira adoption, they assert that Central Africa borders Nigeria. Should continue updating its monetary policies to avoid funding and liquidity shocks if the CBDC adoption takes off in Nigeria, and pay attention to this and other potentially game-changing expenses. Savings would most likely take place in the context of a multi-currency CBDC platform, which some central banks are experimenting with. This would enable direct interoperability between CBDCs without the need for foreign exchange arrangements through correspondent banks. So it would be crucial for SSA banks to create a technological model of a CBDC that would allow it to be compatible with other CBDCs. Are you in? Ladies and gentlemen, please excuse the jokes. And press that button. Are we good to go? Surpass 2,000 likes. It is free, and it is suggested that XRP/Ripple will serve as the trust anchor for the upcoming system. Button, and going on to the Project Guardian, we seem to have overlooked a significant detail. Now, Project Guardian addresses four important topics. Open, compatible networks, asset tokenization, and institutional-grade D5 protocols are anchored by trust. Christine Lard is speaking at this point. Concerning trust anchors, which will cause a ripple effect, what position are we in? As a monetary anchor of commercial banks and private money, central bankers have been in operation. We run the risk of losing our position as anchors if we are not participating in that game, if we are not trying and developing with digital central bank money that we have been involved in for a very long time. For this reason, Ripple is significant to the ECB, and this service is available layer for trust anchors, and they'll be handling the lending for FX derivatives. The sharing of asset administration, the liquidity hub of Ripple, wink wink, alright, is that a waterfall beneath it? As trust anchors control financial institution screens, Ripple is a regulated institution, a major one. Keep in mind what Mike Novogratz mentioned, and congrats to Brad. Ripple, Garlinghouse's team, you are now familiar with an organization. I have stated previously that companies wishing to access particular financial services should be required to validate and issue digital identities in the form of verified credentials. And I'll reiterate it. Ripple is a trust anchor and has established a network of trust. Many individuals overlook something quite important in these financial organizations. Do not miss this. That moment, and a lot of people are more concerned with XRP's price than with what they're creating. Let's go back to the diagram I created. Success will be evident after the green light turns on in every place like this, alright? As you can see, we have XRP running in the background, we have the nations added, and now we have all of the users on the system. Furthermore, all of them are cooperating. Therefore, do you all understand what I'm trying to say? That this one, if you look at it, you're not that payment is tied to it in some way. That's the mechanism, alright? That's that. Will it simply not be successful? When considering the problem that XRP aims to solve, that is, linking all economies and creating a jurisdictional asset that all parties can agree upon, this is the way we should be approaching it. It doesn't even require that. Approximately how many nations will use it as a bridge for their payments if everyone agrees to it? I've already stated this once. I'll say it again, the asset that has the greatest liquidity will be the one that performs the best moving forward. We are where we are now because many people still don't understand that payments are the foundation of the financial infrastructure. Even if we move forward with while some nations are utilizing it, this will not continue, it will not be implemented. If you could wait to have a system like this, would you implement it? Everything is prepared to receive the rule. Prepared to have a flawless overview of what's going to transpire, and then you implement the infrastructure in 2024, which appears to be the year that would usher in a multi-year bull market. This is their ultimate goal. Greenlight the movement of tokenized assets throughout networked economies, such as email correspondence, and don't overlook the income. Let's talk about this briefly. Don't worry about the money the banks will lose out on since they will profit greatly from their entry into the cryptocurrency market, which now has a $1.6 trillion market cap. These investors will ride this market up to $100 trillion. Alright, keeping digital assets will yield a lot of benefits, so any income they lose out on over the next 10 years will be more than offset by the benefits they receive. Having stated that, with the new infrastructural assets that are being released, that is, your digital assets, such as Chainlinks, Ethereum, and Cardano, gentlemen and ladies, I do appreciate it. Tell me, every one of you, what are your thoughts in the comments section? I refer to this as the staircase to heaven below. That's what occurs, one at a time. Pumps, the other descends again, still others pump, still others descend again, and so on. People will continue to enter this cycle, and we haven't even witnessed it yet. And for those of you who watched the entire way through, I have something amazing dropping in the next few. It's something I've been working on for 2.5 years, hopefully in 5 days. Months, you guys are going to adore it. I'm thrilled to present it to you guys since the significance behind it is ridiculous. I'm sure that all of you will adore it. I adore this so much. I'm still a little taken aback by how everything is ready, and I can't wait to show it to you all. We'll be back soon with a new video that we started. Establishing a relationship with the notion that cryptocurrency liquidity would soon support robust international payments. Enormous sums of money. Ripple was created to ensure that users may reap the rewards of when the market reaches maturity. Our fiat BAS network may transition to ODL. Enough, and that's just what's taking place. Flick the switch. I believe you are part of what we're building. I consider all of the tokens and know that it's fixing a genuine problem. Anyone would be able to appreciate their usefulness. If actual value and usefulness are being provided to actual customers, the token will have value.